Oh, hello Russia. You appear to have left an apostle. Very, very conveniently squidgeable. Go on, I know you're at sea, but give me this. Oh, I don't have the movement. Come on, don't do that, don't do that. Why don't you let me kill you? It's only polite. It's only polite. Oh, I realize I can get a broadcast center. Nice. Just improving everything. Jesuit education has been surprisingly useful this game. I guess there's very little surprising about it. It is just a really good thing. Very overlooked religious choice. Normally overlooked by me, in fairness. Will we have any more luck with this missionary? Yay! Actually, that is really helpful. Just helps us to spread our influence just a little bit further over Macedon. Hello, Ostia. Follow my religion. 200 science. Oh, yep, advanced flight is coming along very quickly now. The aquarium. It's done. My capital has reduced its luxury dependency from 11 to 5. That's really good. But I feel like it could get better. It could get better. However, next turn, we have a neighborhood. That's awesome. Just going to build a knight first to get an envoy with a city-state, but coming along nicely now. It's coming along very nicely. Advanced flight. This is where Ursa gets a little bit silly. Firstly, is this not the most AI thing you've ever seen? Ravenna is a canal city, and it's building Panama right next to it, and it's going into city-state that it can't move through. Never change, AI. Never change. Right, let's use the World Congress. Gold costs 50% less. I could buy a hangar for 1,500, but there's honestly no point. Bomber number 1. It's not even the first airplane in the world, but it doesn't matter. 2 for the price of 1. I will move both of my bombers south, and we will target Ravenna in 2 turns. 2-turn Ursa. Oh yeah, let's get gunpowder, metal casting, ballistics. Check in quickly. Who is Rome allied to? Nobody. That's useful. That is very useful. We will remember this one nicely. Let's just have a wander around Macedon with my beautiful apostles. See if we can lure out the Russian apostles to try and take me on in these times. I'm actually going to just use up all of these apostles first before I go to war with Rome, because otherwise they'll get killed and I'll lose all my religion and it'll just be a thing. Gunpowder. Wow, the Fez boost was enough to give me the entire tech. Love it. I'm rushing ballistics because I need Curacao. I need one relatively fast, sturdy unit that I can use to actually take the cities behind my bombers. Doesn't need to do a lot of fighting. It just needs to be kind of nearish the front line. Which city-states will I declare war? Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho. I'm sorry. Mexico City. This is my favorite. Regional effects from industrial zones, water parks, and entertainment complexes go 3 tiles further. That's currently what my industrial zone is doing. And with Mexico City, ta-da! That's a lot of extra cities. This is currently what my aquarium is doing with Mexico City. Ta-da! It'll even include Ravenna. Okay, so in order to get this working, Raj, is so useful, but Diplomatic League needs to come in briefly. I'll take a bit of a hit. That's fine. 1, 2, Mexico City is there. 2 era score. That's what you want to see. The Knight, it's a handy unit, but it was just for the city-state envoy. My capital can now indulge itself with some actual housing. These are the potential neighborhoods. These tiles to the north are kind of useless. Like, yes, I am working this 2 food, 1 production, 1 faith tile, but I'd rather have 5 housing. So we'll pop it down there. Oh, Cusco, yes. Let's unlock 2 field cannons, which should be relatively easy, and then we'll go to mobilization. Synthetic materials is boosted. Cool. What even is that boost? I can never... build 2 aerodromes. It's one I always pick up, but I think I always do it accidentally. Never mind. T-1 turn to war. Fly 1 plane over there, and 1 plane to, here. Oh, a new campus. This is where my religion comes good. Library, 6 science. University, 10 science, all in one go, yes. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Oh, a Mongolian missionary. Just lying around? I think I'll kill you. Yes, our society is a wonderful one to emulate. I totally agree, metal casting. I think this is as good a time as any to declare war on Rome. Firstly, let's check in with my military ally. How about a Golden Age war with Rome? Oh, I have to give them a lot. How about I join in with one of your wars? No, they often don't really value that, do they? No, they're actually too expensive. That's annoying. Korea, on the other hand, they'll even give me 10 Diplo favor to do this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get chaos. Korea shall agree. Better believe you will. Right, now I'm going to go through every single person in the game and just see who wants to get involved. For instance, Macedon would love to. as will Russia. You know what? Maybe we'll make some friends doing this. As will the Aztecs. Oh my lord, this is becoming a world war rapidly. Oh, now France will get in. Now there's a load of people in on this war. Yeah. And the Mayans. And Yongle is already at war. So suddenly, in one turn, Macedon, Russia, Aztec, France, Korea, Mayans, and myself all join in on the war with poor old Rome. Well, oh dear, that's a little bit of a shame, isn't it? Now, the good thing about this Golden Age war is I'm going to take pretty much 0 grievances, but we will expect the emergency from me taking the city over, which is why I've accumulated 284 diplo favor, and Ravenna's taken same turn. This, strategically, is a very important city. Just quickly get a wall in on it. This canal city basically means that I can now move my troops in and out of the 2 seas either side of Rome. This is brilliant. Now, they may have anti-air, they may have planes. Currently not sure. We'll see how it goes. Well, I like that. Do I want a +6 or a 3-3? I'll always take the +6 industrial zone. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so more religion being spread to Pella now, but I mean, this is 280 science locked up in that city. I did lose a bit of science from going to war. I should note that. Geneva, unfortunately, wants nothing more to do with me. I mean, they do. I'm still suzerain of them, but you know what I mean. I'd lose the benefit now. But check this out. The order I've done this in, I get 280 science from converting Aquileia, and I get the 3 era score for doing it at war. Sometimes even my own evil genius, it amuses me. First neighborhood is done in my capital. Housing back up to a lot. Now I'm just trader spamming in this city, and then after we've done that, we'll start putting new neighborhoods down. This is where the monasteries, these are giving 2 housing, but they could be giving me 5. So it is an upgrade of 3. It's worth it. So most, I think, of Rome's strength is going to be in its navy. That tends to be what the AI spams on games like this. So whilst my navy just upgrades and heals and does everything that it needs to do, it's going to use my navy to bomb theirs to smithereens, and we'll start work on their second city. 300? Oh yeah, 300 science from 1 Fez conversion of Pella. I'm just laying the groundwork for my future invasion of Macedon. Now that we have ballistics, we're going to run for chemistry. Build 2 banks, not going to do that. Build 2 neighborhoods. I might end up doing that, you know. 2 line infantry. I don't know what they are, but I might be able to levy some. And level 2 alliance. How's mine with France? We've had this for quite some time. Nowhere near. Never mind. We'll power through anyway. There is some pretty cheap diplomatic favor on the market at the moment. I'm just buying another 40 of it. I'm not buying a lot, just another 40, because I feel like this emergency that's happening, that could well be about me, and I cannot be bothered with a formal emergency. I'd like to start voting this sort of stuff down. I do have significant weight on the international market, but if I can help getting away with it, I will. This is where the choice between Theocracy and Monarchy would have been an interesting one. I went Theocracy for the 15% discount on purchases with faith. That works really well with Jesuit education, and also getting my apostles to spread my religion, so I'm generally pretty happy with it. But I could have gone Monarchy, and that would have given me more diplo favor from my Renaissance walls. Yep, here is the expected military emergency. I think I'm going to just throw all 8 votes into going against it. Now, if I'm lucky, we'll find a lot of the AI that are obviously allied to me, they won't get involved, but a lot of people are on my side of the war, and then they'll vote down. Excellent. So look, Macedon, Russia, Aztec, they all voted down because they're in the war. Yongle actually would have declared war on me. Harold voted 7 times down. They were the kingmaker there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, well, the emergency failed. Looks like we're 3 to go. It's expensive, but I'm going to treat myself to 2 field cannons. Scorched earth. Beautiful. I reckon force modernization works well. Look at all of these amenities that I've got my government working at the moment. Actually, just thinking about it, let me throw my envoys down first. 1, 2 into Taruga. Another bunch of science. Look at these. Now I will make the switch because I can stick Raj back in. Another 18 science and culture and faith and gold. Look at that. Gives us a little bit of time to just deploy. Remove the walls of this city. Beautiful. 300 science, I believe? Oh no, we already taken Pella. Oh, I get excited. I see the city and I'm like, ooh, it's new. It's new and shiny, and it's not. Oh, I like that. That's interesting. I took one of the tiles that Panama Canal was supposed to be built on, and it's continuing to build it, but it's just glitched, and now there's nowhere for it to go. Would that just be a 1-tile Panama Canal to nowhere? Oh man, I'm tempted to let that finish. I mean, it would be pointless to let it finish, but that is very tempting. Oh, Nazca. Nazca's appeared, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've got so much desert I'd like to improve. Yes. Walls are acceptably down now, which means I can start to move my Curacao in. It'll take it next turn. In the meantime, my bombers are just going to level up by depleting some of this Roman navy. 180 science, that's economics. Sanitation, we need to build 2 neighborhoods for this one. I am working on that as quick as I can. Cusco, come on, finish that second neighborhood, you know you want to. Building industrial zones, still taking era score. That was my beautiful +6 that I've just made there. Oh, delicious. Mediolanum, it's mine. And with the letter, it's also walled. So 2 cities taken already. If only I had warlords thrown for this late stage of the game, but alas. It was sensible, did boring things, but didn't involve that. I tell you what, some of these desert cities are brilliant. Through, what would that be, 280? Bam, look at that. Oh yes. You can see that I'm saving up a lot of faith. I was thinking about using a Greek person, but I'm actually saving the faith for when we unlock chemistry. I plan on buying the research lab in every city simultaneously, just dumping it all into science. We're racing Yongle at the moment on science. He's got 51 techs to my 43 though, so we are still significantly behind. Killing apostles left, right and center. Doesn't look like anything materially changes when I do that, but the best bet is it just removes a bunch of enemy followers of any religion that sort of is lurking around. Just passively increases my belief science per turn. It's really handy. I mean, look how much I've been able to spread my religion. Really pushed it out. And that's just with 3 or 4 apostles. Maybe I should be doing this more. Next city. Skipping over the units here, just blowing up the cities, one by one. Might actually be worth building a privateer at some point. They're only 560 gold currently. Yeah, that is tempting. There's so much that I could be raiding from Roman shores. Pillaging is one of the quickest ways to catch back up in the game. The yields of pillaging will always outweigh the yields that you can provide yourself, providing you're pillaging enough. Just quickly treat myself, I think, to another Curacao so that I can make a Curacao core. That gives me the mobilization boost and is a better unit to take city after city. I'm also going to quickly get myself a second military engineer because I know it's the thing that you're all curious about. You don't care about what's happening in the game. You just want to see what's happening with the railroad. And as you can see, I've actually built one stringy road from left to right just with a single military engineer. Now I can send them down in this direction to make sure my Roman front is connected up. Oh, a theatre square. This is what I save up my faith for. Let's get the amphitheatre, and then an art museum this time, and another broadcast centre. Oh, look at all those boosts. Sanitation is boosted. That means the second neighborhood is finished in Cusco. Oh, it's 28 population and rising rapidly now. We've hit the point of arguably no return. Not that we'd ever want to return from this point, this beautiful, beautiful point. You'll see me not upgrade my bombers. I do this deliberately. The bomber promotion tree doesn't do anything for attacking cities, and that's basically all I use them for. Yes, I could get close air support and long range, but they're more useful to attack every turn and not waste a turn promoting. And what I can do is then attack enemy units with air defense, wait for the bomber to reduce its health, and then promote to heal them really quickly. I just find it quicker to do it that way than to actually promote them. If I'm playing Gran Colombia, then obviously I do it differently. But currently, I don't need to. Oh, that's an anti-air gun. You see what I mean? These things are lurking around. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Another campus, another library, and another university. Up to 400. We broke 400 before Yongle did by turn 194. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, actually, this city that I've just taken over also could have a university put in it. So I shall put one in. Plus some ancient walls as well, just to give it some reinforcement. This is what the letter is so useful for. When I'm using my Curacao to attack cities, I tend to go marauding, because if they go from city to city, I don't need the barding. Ranged attacks, constantly in cities and districts, doesn't matter. So I go marauding and then through to breakthrough. So I'll go charge on this way. Wow, you know I said I was going to save up faith. Just getting a couple of extra libraries and universities and that theatre square that I finished, that's eaten all my faith. I have no more. Oh, I can one-hit quadriremes. That's a useful thing to know in my cities. Can I dispatch with this Curacao core? Oh, I certainly can. Excellent. Well then, given all of my units are just chilling for a second, I'll clear the walls there. I'll blow up this set of boats, which of course is heavily outnumbered. I only had one bomber to all of those fleets of wooden boats. Oh, so heavily outnumbered. You really do feel for old Ursa, don't you? You really do. Oh, extra food routes as well. Cusco still growing. Still growing. We're going to get to 30 population in 3 turns. Going to plop down on harbour because it's basically one of the few districts that I can put down on a tile that isn't giving me housing. That is literally the only reason I'm putting that harbour down right now. Also, I'm going to forget otherwise, I'll put spaceport down there, I'll put spaceport down there. I'm just reminding myself of all of the flat tiles in my empire that I could put a spaceport down on. If I don't do it, I'll build over all of them, and that'll be it. That'll be that. 10 turns, by the way, to get to 179, which is 15 era score. Considering I'm at war, I should be fine. It's normally way harder to get era score when you're at peace. See what I mean about late game era score? You just pick it up randomly. Mobilization. We now have armies, mass media, ideology, and then we've got to pick a government. And really, I am so totally torn. New Deal would be amazing to keep my big cities happy. Fascism, the naughty government, means that I produce units way quicker and they all have a combat strength bonus, which late game is fun. And communism gives me science and an internal trade route bonus. There is a huge amount of competition between all three choices. I don't know which way it's going to go right now. I honestly don't. I think I could end up taking any one of those paths and they'd all be really good. We'll just have to see. That's that galley armada. Rome, you have better things to be doing with your units. I'm just telling you that. You really do have better things you could be doing with these units. I mean, I don't know what they are. I just assume that you could. By the way, I now have a beautiful ironclad fleet. This thing can charge into places like Ostia and do a load of damage. Ooh, hello. The enemy's actually using bombers. The enemy used bombers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, that is the first time I've seen them do that in ages. This is what I was really hoping the AI mod would do. It said that it had fixed air combat, and I just lost my entire encampment in one go to 4 bomber strikes. Oh my lord. Yes. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am by that. Right, I need to think carefully here. If there are bombers flying around, they will be able to disintegrate any unit that makes its way out of my lands. I cannot allow myself to be attacked like that. Everything needs to stay in cities. Like this ironclad fleet, that is far too expensive to be set out like that. Annoyingly, I need to use a bomber strike, which will give me some era score, admittedly, to free the zone of control. And I'll move to this tile to give me vision on Ostia to make the strike, and then I'll pull back to the safety of the city. This is what I'm going to have to really carefully do now. And I was thinking about buying a 3rd bomber with my spare gold, but no, I'm going to have to get a fighter. I'm going to have to get a fighter to use on actual anti-air projects. Oh lord, I can't tell you how excited I am. I really am excited. Where's anti-air? Where is anti-air? Advanced ballistics. Oh, Rome is so far ahead of me. Okay, for now, they just appear to be bombing the same place over and over. I suspect there's probably a limitation in visibility they have at the moment, but I don't mind. If they just keep bombing that district over and over and over, then at least it keeps my other units relatively safe, and that's fine. Finished airport gives me more era score. Now, this is what I mean. Do you see my bomber? My bomber took a load of damage attacking Ostia. I think either there are fighters or more air defenses just prowling around here. I'll go evasive maneuvers now. Now I can start using promotions to heal quickly. Do some damage. Yeah, look at that. What was that? Roman anti-air gun. We couldn't see it, but it did damage. Oh, Rome deploying air defenses, ladies and gentlemen. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Library, university. Yep, we're still sticking all of these benefits on. Lost control of Anshan, which is a bit annoying. My poor books. It's like six science per turn. It's really not a big deal, but I want it back. All right. Okay. My enthusiasm is a little short-lived in the sense that it keeps attacking this encampment over and over. They could have taken this city back. If they'd struck this city and went with the Curacao, which is just out at sea, they could have taken it back and pushed me back. But hey, you know what? The fact that the AI is even building planes and using them, that is a really good sign. What's a really bad sign is why would Rome be on advanced ballistics? Why would they be anywhere near this? I don't like that. And why is Macedon already over here as well? What have they done? Can we see something that gives away just how technologically advanced they are? Doesn't look like there's any environmental power or space stations. Go on, bomber. One more clip. You're going to take some damage. Not as much this time, though. Not as much. I reckon next turn we can take Ostia, push them back. There you go. I'm being forced into buying an actual fighter. Wow. I haven't had this much fun with fighters and bombers since I got into a nuke war with Spiffing Brit. Yeah, that happened. Oh, you should go and see the highlights from that. That was ridiculous. You know what? Instead of just sailing my apostles around randomly, I'm going to throw every single one of them into the Bermuda Triangle. Why? Do I really need a reason why? I don't think I need a reason why. Oh, look how painful that is. Their capital, they settled just out of range of the triangle. If they'd gone down one tile further, they could have had 20 science. That is the definition of pain. All right. time to not mess around any further. There is the anti-air gun. Oh, it's a shame I can't just bomb it outright with my bombers, but that's fine. Take a bit of damage. That is an injured unit. That really is. I think my ironclad can probably just take the city, but if I don't, it's basically going to be destroyed by bombers. So I would rather use both of them for now and guarantee that I take Ostia, especially because there's a Curacao in that city. And look, I stole myself a wonder. And instantly pray in ancient walls. Delightful. This has been a fruitful little war so far. But chemistry is the truth route, because now I can pray in research labs. They're not quite good at the moment, but they will do once I start throwing more envoys into my cities. Research lab 1, and now research lab 2. Up to 457 science. Time to get rocketry. Into the hole with you, friends. Into the void. Yes. Where did they even all end up? Anyone know? Anyone gonna claim ownership of them? Oh, they're all under here. Is that a good thing? It doesn't feel like it's a particularly useful thing to be over there. We'll go and convert, oh, I don't know, Russia? Oh, Russia's empire is awesome. It is very long and stringy, just like it should be. These trade routes just keep getting better and better. Here we go. Fighter has finally arrived. Yeah, there's one bomber over on that tile. It would be tempted to bomb the airport, but the bomber would just move. I think I'm just going to focus on going after Caesar Augusta, this little island city. No damage to me that. I can keep running the bombing missions, even with injured bombers. We'll level up in order to heal. Usual strategy. Works wonders. I've only got 4 turns left to get era score here, so I'm actually going to just start doing really random things, like building a mountain tunnel. That's worth 2. And there's no need to, because I have my own unique mountain tunnel. But I might as well, you know. Opera and Ballet gives me 2 envoys. I can claim Nazca briefly to get another 2 era score, because we know that it's a first. Oh, Nalanda's down there as well. Oh, awesome. Okay, we're just going to get tons of era score meeting all the new city-states. Nazca's really helpful. A bit more faith. And most importantly, the ability to build Nazca lines, which, as we all know, is one of life's joys. My first own artist. Yay! Never thought I'd have my own artist. There we go. Now my fighters on the front line. I can air attack the enemy bomber. Huzzah! Yes. Get your airplanes out of my new land. Alright, rocketry is finished. Let's get this project up in the air as soon as we can. Spaceport 15 tons. Oh, that is unfortunate. Alright. I'll plonk it up because I have to, not because I want to. So as discussed before, here is Nalanda. This is fun, makes my universities even better, but 2 more era score. We have 2 turns to get 2 era score now. Should be possible. Should be possible. Rome, you need to stop leaving all your units out like this. It is so clumsy. Actually, one of the era score I can get is if I just bomb this unit, I can use my fighter to kill an army, which of course means that I'm outnumbered, so I get the era score. Alright, 2 turns to get 1 more. I still love that that's a thing. So outnumbered. Oh no. Well, now that I've got rocketry, I think I would like to see refining up next because I would love oil. I have almost no coal left. Oh, just a little FYI, I do now have patron saint. So from this point onwards, I can start getting some crazy good apostles right on the French border and start spreading my religion to them. Just in case I want more than 50 science per turn, which is pretty good, but it could be better, you know? It could be better. There we go, last turn. I get the era score I need. Jane Austen, delightful as ever to see you. I can now make peace with Rome as well. What sort of deal? Oh, they really don't want peace. That's unbelievable. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that because I don't need to take over the whole of Rome. I've taken a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, maybe 7 cities. If I leave Rome alone, I won't take a huge diplo penalty, and I've only got 67 grievances with them at the moment. That's easily hideable on the world stage. We don't need to worry about that too much. War crimes, schmore shrimes. That's what I say. Oh yeah, Ostia had the other source of aluminium, didn't it? Hey, that's really good. Maybe it's the presence of coal in Rome. Maybe that's what will decide whether or not I conquer the whole thing. No coal here. The modern era. I'm just sticking with to arms. I think it's by far the best option for me. Just gives me the flexibility to declare war whenever I want, wherever I want. Still buying research labs. I think it's the best thing for me to be doing right now. I mean, Jesuit education. I wanted to use it, and I really have. Caesar Augusta falls. Another city falls to my heroic charge. I think I will take Cumae, but we'll see. See how we go. Maybe I won't take Rome, maybe I will. I think I'm more tempted to go after Macedon, being absolutely honest with you. Before the World Congress ends, I just sold a little bit of diplo favor to afford enough gold to buy 1 more bomber. I want to make sure that I use at least some of it. Hee, my apostles, they have found missionaries to go and kill. Lovely. Spread my religion, please. That's a lot of fun. Every single city that follows my religion, even every citizen that follows my religion, it's more science. Voting time. Russia has the most favor by far, so I'm going to vote for them on the old victory point. Generating great people points per turn. I don't think I'll be able to beat Russia, but at least I can get some diplomatic favor and some civic boosts. And this is where we can choose a government to get a wild card policy slot in. I'm going to go the naughty government. I've decided I want the combat boost, I want the military policy slots, and I want the unit production. So we're going to put all of our votes into this one, just lining it up for later. And a discount on coal power. And as you can see, looks like everyone else has voted for stuff that is not going to let me win. At least I get to keep most of my Diplo favor. Banning coal power. Oligarchy gets a wildcard policy slot. Fine. Okay, I get like 1 point. We're probably not leading this anymore. No, we are still leading, technically. I'm on 6 out of 20. Yeah, diplomacy may be tough. Oh my lord, I got a third friend. We managed to get Peter and Russia in. This is amazing. It's another ally. Oh, I'm just slowly bringing people on side. Slowly. Okay, it doesn't look like Russia's having a very good era, but that's not a problem. Alright, there's a couple of opportunities for me here. Firstly, the military emergency, I would like to vote that down, ideally. I want to be the one deciding when I go to war with people, but I could get involved in a military emergency against the Mayans. Now, this may give me a bit more visibility, may break a couple of wars. Like, I think if Rome were to join in on this, and they might do, in theory, I would make peace with Rome immediately. But again, I'm gonna just, I'll back off that. It would be an interesting thing to be able to do. I could go and liberate a city for Rome, just to remove some grievances. It's still a possibility, but I think for now we will just try and fight off this emergency. It may go through anyway. It just came after a congress, so I only had 100 favor to burn. Maybe if I'd had maybe a vote or two more, we'll see. If the AI jumps on it, there's probably very little I could have done anyway. Oh no, it failed. Look, this is what I meant. So Rome would have gone in. Oh, Bolivar, Mayans, China. It would have been a lot of people. Yeah, thank goodness I had that favor. That's wonderful. Tell you what, coal is an expensive addiction. Oh, buying all of this coal to keep my cities powered, to get my research labs rocking. I barely have any cities going at the moment. It's becoming crucial, actually. It's becoming crucial that I find something, a new source, a new indulgence. Like up here, it's actually worth settling up there in order to get it. I do have the coal card drill manuals in. I'm going to have to improve that source as well. Let's just go all in on coal, you know? Actually, one cheeky thing I can do. Mohenjo-Daro needs a trade route, and that would actually give me access to their 3 coal, which is just there. Yes. It's a little bit of food I'm giving up in my capital to do this, but I think it's worth it. 8 gold per turn. Hey, you know what? For me, that's pretty good. All right, cool. That's 3 more coal per turn. Huge, huge news. Refining. Battleships, but more importantly, oil. And as you can see, from the lack of notification, I don't have any. How do I not have any oil? Come now, game. Okay, there is a load up to my north. Okay, 3 sources of it. Phew. And some offshore. I'm going to pick up this city very soon, some to the north there. All right, it exists. Some down to my south. Okay, yeah, there's plenty of sources if you look for them. That's good. Still though, for a second there, thought the game was going to screw me over. I've realized as well, the world is flooding rapidly. I've got 12 turns until I lose tiles. I do have the letter though, so immediately let's go to computers, save up my faith, stop buying research labs for a second, and we're going to do the old Valletta Sea Wall Rush. Ah yes, is there anything more fun than a Valletta Sea Wall Rush? I don't think there is. Ideology. Our government is starting to get a little bit better now. 5-year plan. It works well with Raj. There are some good cards here. Shame I can't put any of them in. I'm going to test Wars of Religion very briefly. Just having a religion means that sometimes this card fires when you don't expect it to. Now, I've converted a lot of Rome, so unfortunately they're not triggering it. Even though I don't have a majority religion, it's split between Buddhism and Protestantism, so they don't actually have a majority religion themselves. That's a shame, but it actually does work on Macedon, because they technically count as being Buddhist. So there you go, just it's a good card. 4 combat strength is not to be sniffed at. Now, totalitarianism, the naughty government. I was hoping I would have stolen a few military academies by now. I've got 1, I've got 2. I've actually have stolen 2 already. And with Cume, I will have 3. So I don't actually need to build any. I just need to have stolen them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the reason I like the fascism boost, the Wars of Religion boost, they're some of the few things that actually boost the power of bombers. These units on cities do not get any strength upgrade from, well, pretty much anything. So anything that does give them the upgrade is normally a really, really good thing. I have an excess amount of silver. I can't sell it to anybody because the AI hate me. So I'm going to remove this improvement and give the tile better yields. It's weird. I love preserves. They're just absurd. There's electricity. Now we know we're going to be getting some oil in very soon. Speaking of very soon now. So one of these two cities needs to be converted to an oil power plant. This is a +2 as opposed to +6. So my capital is going to be the one to convert to oil power. But I think that's a good thing. Let's do that. Another source of coal. I'm sorry, Preserve. I'm ruining you. I'm ruining you. But I have to get the coal into my nation. Oh, I can finally heal this injured bomber. Close air support. There you go. I am actually getting the upgrades, weirdly enough. But here comes the Curacao. Cume. Taken. Oh, I'm near your lands now. Well, you know, what could I say? They were here. And now I'm here too. Okay, right. Antium is going to flip. Will Rome take peace? They really won't. That's amazing. Oh, they will give me peace if I give them back Ravenna. What? Oh, they will give me all of their gold as long as I give them back one of their cities. That's really strange. Never seen the AI play like that. It's a very strange assortment of stuff. What do I do? What's the play? Do I take Rome? Is there any point in taking Rome? Or diplomatically, is that just too much of a problem? I'm very torn. It's got a few good things. A good campus. It's got a good industrial zone. Maybe Rome will come to a peace deal with me if I start attacking it. All right, let's force out a better deal. There's always a better deal to be had. That's what I find. Second source of oil. Actually, scrap my plan for an oil power plant in this city. I actually don't even have a coal power plant because I was building one and then the council banned them. So the city actually doesn't have any. Get yourself an oil power plant. There you go. The lights have come on. I am now earning enough coal to have finally started this up. But yeah, I've got 2 sources of oil, another source of coal. This is a really pointless little city here, apart from the fact that it gives me 3 sources of strategic I didn't have before. So I guess pointless? Arguably not. Arguably, it's probably one of the best cities I've got. Slightly worryingly, Yongle has actually managed to get a rocketry site down, and they are putting the Earth satellite up before me. I thought I'd overtaken them on space projects, but I don't think I have. I'm up to 3 techs to them. That's good, but more and more of their cities are now hitting 10 pop, and as they do that, the Deity plus bonuses are taking hold of these cities, and Yongle's culture, science, gold, all of these are just catapulting. Look, 900 gold per turn with Yongle there. It is worrying, to say the least. It is worrying. I do have more bombers though. I feel like my best shot at this game is to bomb and invade my way out of any problem that I find myself in. So I'm just going to keep attacking. I'm leaving Yongle for a little bit. They are by far the most powerful of the enemies that I could fight. 1,800 military strength, very advanced tech. I'm not quite ready to do this. I can bully Rome. Bullying Rome is just a national pastime for me, but Yongle? Here is Oil Town. Excellent news. Yes, all of this oil is going to be so helpful. Oh, hello, Franz. What are all these vampires doing here? Do I ask that question? Is that a question I ask, or should we just ignore it? Let's ignore it. What's going on here? Totalitarianism. And I see the problem I've got here is I was just about to pray my seawalls and the computers won't boost until I change government. I'm going to have to just take the hit. I was trying to be really sneaky there. It foiled me. Here we go. When you're at war, there is no greater government. +5 combat strength, a reduction in war weariness, and 50% production towards units. This is the bit people forget. It's very powerful. There are pretty much no economic and diplomatic policies at all. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm putting liberalism. Yep, a fascist liberalist government. Of course it is. Third alternative is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Extra gold, extra culture. Forced modernization, I don't really need at the moment, so I'm going to take that one out. And instead, I'll get logistics. Drill manuals is very helpful for my coal. Wars of Religion is giving me a slight bonus. Let's go levy en masse. We're just reducing our gold a little bit. One thing to note as well, I have a secret society which is giving me 5% bonus faith and gold for every military policy in my government. So I could get another 5% by taking liberalism out. I think for now this is okay. Oh yeah, I'm up to 220 gold. That's really good. This frigate is just stopping me from progressing to Rome, so I'm going to have to bomb the frigate, which feels a little bit harsh. But now my Curacao can make its way in. Ooh, Yongle was actually going to steal Rome from me there. Wouldn't want that. Rome has fallen. Keep the city. It is a really good city. Oh, there is a large part of me that is tempted to keep it. I give it back though. No, the peace deal still isn't there. But Rome is just like, yeah, take me out of the game. You know what? I am tempted to, friend. I am very tempted to. Right, let's just get the walls up immediately. Here we go. Professional sports, stadiums, aquatic centers, estadio, ski resorts. Oh, it's the civic. The civic of the game. You know I love it. Computers, flood barriers. Right, let's see how much of this we can get away with in one go. Starting from my capital, we move out and we start praying. Oh, we can get about 12 or 13 in, and I've only got 16. No, 21 cities. Okay, I may need a little bit more faith, but it's a good sign. Especially because a lot of my cities don't actually need them, apparently. You know, I don't think the animation for flood barriers is working. It's just sort of putting them in the city center. Like, all of these cities do need them, but it's physically not appearing. Very, very weird. Oh, perfect. I had exactly enough faith. We've got a flood barrier in every single city that needs one. Perfect. We can rest easy, knowing that I am safe. Let's flood the world. Everyone else can just get flooded, I say. After the absolute battle of Rome, none of the other Roman cities are really putting up much of a fight in comparison. It's not disappointing. Disappointing would be the wrong word. It's just quite cathartic now to watch my units, I should, just push through Roman cities one by one. Oh yes, look at this. Rome have a bunch of anti-air guns just protecting their last city. They're holding out. I mean, I would love peace. Come on. Do you not want... They don't. They're up for this. They are just like, take me out of my misery, please. There is a large part of me that does respect that. Apologies, France. Your missionary is going to get killed now. It's actually going to do a lot of damage to my apostles in the meantime, but yes, just spreading my religion. Satellites. Excellent. Zhongli unlocked this yet? Yep, they already have. Oh, they're beelining all of these techs, and it is worrying me. Let's get combined arms. I think I'm going to need this. Oh, Pydna. Hey, this little island city from Macedon. I've been waiting for this one. It actually has access to a lot of sea oil. Strategically, it also guarantees me pretty much control of this ocean as well. My inner Englishman is sort of looking at small islands in the ocean and going, yes, strategic thoughts. Let's see how bad the air defenses are in Rome, shall we? There's a settler. Oh yeah, they've stuck an anti-air gun in the city. Why do that? That's what I call just mean. Don't do that. I'm trying to kill you. You rude squirrel. Steel. My walls, they are firm and up. Time to finish off old Romy kittens. This bomber goes, huzzah, and Puteoli is taken. To Coquet, then forces. Oh, I wish he would go like, and you Brutus, that would have been good. Alas, he doesn't say the line. Why don't you say the line? So the good thing about doing that in a golden age is I believe grievances wise, I actually have pretty much taken no grievances from taking Rome out there. And Rome had way more grievances with me. So the world will forgive that act pretty quickly. Now, in the same breath as me finishing that war, we check in on Macedon, who is allied with Russia and Korea, but unfortunately for them, so am I. So we'll go to my military ally. Hello. How do you feel about continuing this war? They don't want to. I think they may be peace-locked. Never mind. I will go to war with... not Aztec. What am I thinking about Aztec? Hang on, it was Macedon I'm talking about. I'm losing my mind. Yep, they may also be peace-locked with Macedon. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Golden Age War. Peace was never all of that much interest to me as well. I mean, honestly. Feels like we're coming at this from the same angle, so I love it. This fighter is heavily outnumbered by this fleet of wooden boats. Oh, thank goodness the game really recognizes that as a tough victory for me. I wanted to attack Alexandria whilst the walls aren't there. They haven't got steel yet, and they've never bothered building walls because they've never been attacked, which makes total sense. This is just an utter blitz. But there we go. I take it, immediately spring steel walls up, and I can actually liberate this city to China and give me 300 Diplo favor. You know what? I'm going to do that. That's hilarious. They stole it in the initial war with Rome. That's what kicked everything off in the first place. And I'm like, yes, clearly this is a Chinese city. Clearly. Oh, so they've got minority government as well. But they now like the fact that I've given them back a city. I think we may end up making another friend here, which I'm sort of Tempted to see what happens here. I've been promised nukes. I've yet to see any nukes with this AI mod, but I haven't played this late into the game yet, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll start seeing some nukes soon. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!